Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter fucking Joseph here for a Sunday afternoon video. Palm Sunday video, to be exact. Right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this channel and my other channels down there in the description box below. And as always, share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. Leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, you get blocked. And if you don't like it, kiss my ass and cry me a river. And also don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you do, well, you're pretty much SOL. And I think we all know what that means by now. And, that's, pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. And, hit that bell, turn on all notifications, so you don't miss anything. If you're new here, you're just watching me for the very first time, well, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, the sport of professional wrestling. If you don't believe me, go to my Peter Joseph channel. That'll tell you. I put up a short talking about it. Even Shane Douglas proved it. So there's your receipt. So people say, you don't show receipts, Peter. I showed it now. So, it is what it is. And I think I put the link to my old Gilmore Chronicles video when I gave an explanation of what a sport is and tied it into wrestling, because wrestling is a sport by definition. So, you can say it's sports entertainment, it's not sports entertainment. It's a sport. And if you think it's sports entertainment, I got your sports entertainment right here. And that's all I gotta say about that. I don't even have to debate it. It's not worth debating. And it's pretty much it for that. But like I said, if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride. If you like what you see, hit that like button, stick it straight up everybody else's ass, because that's where it belongs. And subscribe to the channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. And don't forget to hit that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything else. And that's it. And we move on. Thank you for getting me closer to 600 subscribers over my Peter Joseph channel. Thank you all for that. We're about 3/4 of the way there, a little over 3/4 of the way there. We're about 15 to 16, I think 15, 7, I think the last check was at 583, 585, somewhere around that area. But I gained a lot in the last 2 weeks. Whether it be real subscribers, fake subscribers, I don't give a shit. But thank you for watching that channel and this channel as well, and any of my channels really. But thank you all for that. Thank you for the amount of views I got, all the likes, the real likes that I got on all those shorts I did. Not so much my reviews per se, but it is what it is. I'll take it as I come. But it's real views and real likes. And there's some comments there, even though some of the comments are just ridiculously dumb comments. But I left them up on my Wrestling is a Sport receipt short. I left them up. Some of them I got rid of because they were just ridiculously dumb. But I kept a few of them up. I didn't leave a lot of them up, but it is pretty much what it is. But all the views are real, not from me. All the likes, not from me. The subs that I'm getting, not botting. So there's no proof of like botting or view botting or sub botting or anything like that. If you think there is, then you're out your mind. But it is what it is. So I'm doing a good job. So I'm getting noticed a little bit. That's great. So hopefully by Easter, maybe we'll hit 600. That'll be a nice round number for Easter, but we see what happens with that. Maybe by the summertime, we'll get 3/4 of the way to 1,000 subs on this channel. On my Peter Joseph channel, or this channel's got over 1,250. So hopefully we can get this channel up a little bit more, but we'll see. we'll see what happens with that. And, yeah. So, please subscribe to my channels, hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Because if you do, oh boy, you're going to miss a lot. Well, that's pretty much it. Alright, really quickly, because I got to go to Sunday dinner pretty soon. I got other things to do than worry about all that. But happy Palm Sunday to everybody. I hope you went to church today or whatever you're doing today. I hope you're being safe and being well. Nice, chilly day here in the Northeast. 48 degrees right now. Not that bad. It's cold, but it's not that bad. It's supposed to rain later this week. Easter's going to be about around 60. It's not 60, but going to be around there. And then the first week of April is going to be a little chilly. Not too bad. But WrestleMania week coming up next Monday. I know it's April Fool's Day, but, that stupid holiday that it is, but it is what it is. That's the start. Pretty much Easter, this next Sunday, is the start of WrestleMania week, and I cannot wait for that. Got baseball on Wednesday, well, really Thursday if you're a Mets and Yankee fan. By the way, the Mets won today 10-1 over in Washington, and their final tune-up before they break camp on Tuesday. I think tomorrow's the last actual game of spring training. Actually, tomorrow or Tuesday is the final day of spring training. So, Mets had a pretty decent spring. Saturday, they just got bombarded by Houston, and Quintana sticking up the joint as usual before his first start this coming Thursday at home against Milwaukee, which means the good land. So, see how the Mets rotation does. I mean, Severino had a pretty good game today. Does what he does best. That's what he did on the Yankees when it was lights out. So, maybe you're seeing the resurrection of Luis Severino. But, he's the Game 2 starter. Game 3 will be Sean Manaea. And then Game 4, next Sunday, by the way. No, actually, that's Game 3 will be Sean Manaea because they have a 3-game series. I thought it was a 4-game series, but they had the off day this coming Friday. And, yeah. And then after that, I think they got, Miami. So next Monday, there will be, it'll be Adrian Hauser making his Met debut, and then Tyler McGill on next Tuesday. So, baseball is coming back, and I will be doing my baseball preview, probably, well, maybe tomorrow, because I got a lot to do tomorrow. I got work, and I gotta go to do some errands. I got physical therapy. I got doctor's appointments. It's just crazy. Mondays are always busy for me because I got things to do and people to see and people to do too as well. I mean, you know who. But anyway, so we got all that. So Monday's a little bit busy. Tuesday, I have work and I have to do some other things on Tuesday. So I'm a little bit busy this coming week. I'm busy. Easter week, I'm busy. So except for Wednesday and maybe a little bit. But Thursday, I have a doctor appointment. So, but the rest of the day I'm free, so I have the day off Thursday for work, and then Friday I have a half day, so we're good for Easter, and then WrestleMania week, pretty much gonna be full. I have to do a lot of shit that week. Raw, NXT, Dynamite reviews, Ring of Honor and TNA reviews, plus NXT Stand and Deliver predictions, WrestleMania predictions, Ring of Honor predictions. Oh, it's going to be insane. That time of year. Lots of predictions videos. Lots of the reviews for the week of WrestleMania. And then pretty much after WrestleMania, I have to do Ring of Honor review. I'll probably do next Sunday. Actually, not next Sunday, sorry. The WrestleMania night 2 in the daytime, I'll do Supercard of Honor. I will be doing Stand and Deliver right after Stand and Deliver, right? Just like a smidge before night 1 of WrestleMania. And then I will do WrestleMania night 1 and 2, big review over on the Peter Joseph channel after night 2. I will be watching both of the media scrums, so I want to get a little bit more insight from night 1 into night 2 when I do the review, so I get to talk about what happened at the media scrum on night 1, and then the media scrum on night 2. and then get you ready for Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania, and the SmackDown after Mania, which are probably going to be humongous shows depending on what happens at WrestleMania. So, buckle your seatbelts, please. I'm not begging. I mean, really, seriously, you have to hit that bell now. Because if you miss anything this week, and definitely next week, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to find out for yourself. And that's pretty much it. So, let me move on with that. And yes, we drink Pepsi here. But it is what it is. If you don't like me drinking Pepsi, too bad. Next time I'll drink water. Big deal. Big fucking deal. I'm actually gonna try Celsius. It's Adam Cole drinks it on his chugs. And drinks it on his Twitch stream. So I've been hearing about it. I never tried it before. So I'm gonna get some on Wednesday because I gotta go do a little shopping on Wednesday. And I'm going to buy maybe a couple of them, not a lot of them, but maybe two. Or maybe one. I'll probably just buy one, and then maybe buy a Rockstar energy drink if they have the flavor I want. But sometimes they don't at the places I go to, like Target or Walmart or whatever. But sometimes they do, sometimes they don't have it, So, I gotta pick up a couple of things too, so I'm not gonna waste a lot of money, because I don't, it is what it is, but we got that. Alright, enough about that bullshit. Let me get this video and let's not waste any time because I gotta get out of here in the next 45 minutes. So anyway, but right now, it is time for your late and almost super out of date WWE Smackdown review for March the 22nd, 2024, and we are emanating from the Pfizer Forum in snowy, it was snowing, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They showed outside the arena, it felt like it was like a blizzard over there. I mean, Caleb Braxton was going to the arena, it was like a blizzard. And then when SmackDown started, there was like mountains of snow outside the arena. And it was March 22nd, Minnesota was getting a snowstorm. And Milwaukee got some snow as well. So, it's North Dakota. That's right near Canada. So, I mean, you guys can still get snow even though it's March. But thankfully, nothing here in New York City for now. But it rained yesterday like crazy. 2.5, almost 3 inches of rain here. Finally stopped around 4 or 5 o'clock. So, I got some things done. I did go out last night, so my plans were not ruined last night. Thank the Lord for that. So, went out, did my thing, we moved on with that. And Sundays is Sunday, so. Nice, great day today. Going out a little while for family dinner, and then gonna watch some TV. I gotta watch Rivals and Biography tonight. Last week the biography of DDP was just so good, and Rivals was what was Rivals last week? I think it was Randy Orton and Cena. That feud was great. This week we got the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys. That's gonna be good. And then I think Biography, I don't even know what Biography is this week. They're getting the Roman. We're getting the Roman, finally. Because, save the best for last, of course. The Tribal Chief. But, we'll get to Roman later. Maybe in the next couple weeks, because, WWE Hidden Treasures is coming out in, right around WrestleMania time, a little bit after that. So that's going to be good. Chucky Season 3 coming right after WrestleMania. So that's going to be good. The second part of Season 3. Which I think is only 5 or 6 episodes. The first half was 4 episodes, which I thought was ridiculously dumb. And then we got the second half, which is probably going to be 4 to 5, 6 episodes. See how Chucky does this season. Not like the first 2 seasons. Pretty much. But, if you didn't watch the first season, I think you should. I mean, it's on Netflix now, so. Unless you DVR'd it like I do. So get to rewatch it when you can. And that's it. Alright. So got that coming up. And baseball, NCAA tournament will be done, thank the Lord. Then we'll be at the end of April, we're talking about Dynasty. We got Rebellion from TNA. And also the NFL Draft. See how the Niners do. With that, got a couple guys, Debo's been in trade talks. They're not going to trade Debo. They'd be stupid to do that. Ayuk always has been, for the last couple months, in trade talks. He wants to go to Vegas. The Steelers want him. The Niners said no. The Jaguars wanted him. The Niners said no. They're going to renegotiate his contract after the draft. So, hopefully, Ayuk gets his money. And then we have to worry about Bosa. I think we have Bosa and Kittle coming up with them. And Fred Warner, I think, coming up. Well, actually, Fred Warner restructured his contract. Kyle Juszczyk restructured his contract to save some money. Because I think it's going to be a big, huge deal coming up for the Niners. Maybe getting a big safety. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But we got a couple good guys in free agency, which is great. And, got a backup quarterback, which is great. Not the best quarterback, but, he's gonna, I forgot what his name is. Josh Dobbs. So, him and Brandon Allen are gonna fight for the number 2 and number 3 backup quarterback slot to Brock Purdy. So, see what happens with that. But as far as the draft goes, Niners are at number 31. They may trade up to get hopefully, an offensive lineman that can actually tackle and protect Brock Purdy, unlike McKivitz. I don't know why we kept him. Feliciano, why do we keep him? Makes no freaking sense. I mean, Trent Williams, the penalty machine that he is. He could protect the quarterback at times, but he's a penalty machine, and he's getting old. So, like the rest of the Niners, that core is getting older, so, they're getting in their late 20s and 30s, and, pretty much, in their prime. That's, that's it. Pretty much it. And that's it. So, lots to talk about during the springtime. So, it's spring. The first official weekend of spring. And days are getting longer. Weather hopefully should be turning hot. Probably by May. Maybe early June. We'll see. And we got that. Alright, so we are at the Pfizer Forum in snowy as fuck Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or as we call it, Milwaukee, which means, as Alice Cooper said in Wayne's World 1, the good land. Does this guy know how to party or what? Okay. We get that. And as always, our commentary team, Corey Slave and Bad News Reed Bennett. And I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. And pretty much we get that. Alright, so this past Friday on Smackdown was pretty much Avengers Assemble night. Well, I'll get to that in a little bit. With Roman and Cody! We get that. Alright, but first we started with the action, because a little less talk and a lot more action here in the WWE and in general in wrestling. Alright, so we start off match number 1, Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka, taking on the leader of Legado Santos Escobar. Nobody at ringside because they were banned from the ring. So we get a recap of their relationship in the LWO, then their split after Santos turned on basically everybody. So it's a pretty hard-hitting match. I'm just going to give you my thoughts. You understand? I'm not going to go through everything within the match. But it's a pretty match. Could have been way better. Ray looked really rusty in the ring after his leg injury. first match back from that leg injury, thanks to Santos. But it picked up a little bit near the end. Ray dropkicks Santos back to the floor, then rams him into the announcer's table. Then hit Corey Graves. Damn. And then Santos is thrown back in, and then Ray tries for a springboard move, and then a person in a Rey Mysterio mask distracts him, and then Santos hits his own version of the 619 into the Phantom Driver. Oh, actually, before we get to that, the guy in the mask, stops Ray, and Ray's like, "Who are you? Who are you?" Well, obviously, I think we all know who it could be. Well, it's not anybody from Legado, or even Electro Lopez. So, he pulls him, Ray's screaming, "Who are you? Who are you?" Then the guy in the Rey Mysterio mask pulls off his mask, and it's Dominic Guerrero, they say. Not Tino, Eddie, my amigo Eddie. You saw your son, you saw what he did? Oh, I saw what he did. It was great. He really screwed that pendejo, his former father. He's not even his father, ese. I'm his papi, ese. Pero that's my son, and he did what I would do against that pendejo Rey Mysterio. He's a pendejo. He's a cabrón, he's a piece of crap, ese. Pero exactly, Eddie. So, Dominic Guerrero, ese, takes off the mask, distracts his dad, and then Santos hits his own version of the 619 into the Phantom Driver. 1, 2, 3, Santos Escobar gets the win, and somewhere Michael Cole is screaming at his TV. Probably broke it. Oh, did you hear what Roman said about him? That was great. Roman Reigns called Michael Cole a dick rider. Because he is. Dick riding John Cena. Basically Cody as well. Everybody against Roman Reigns. Dick riding, probably the LWO too. Bayley hates his guts. Everybody hates Michael Cole. They respect him, but they hate him at the same time. But Michael, stop talking mean shit about my tribal chief, because I will come over there and knock your 50, 60-year-old ass out, okay? Stop it. You respect the tribal chief. 1,302 days as your champ. Oh, and Roman also said in interviews on the Pat McAfee show that this reign ain't gonna end. It's not ending. There's gonna be records broken, this and that. Well, hopefully not his record being broken, But, this reign has to go, and he has to break Hogan's record. He has to. You just can't have Roman at number 4. Roman has to be number 1 at everything. Because he is everything in professional wrestling right now. He is number 1. He's our tribal chief. And he will destroy Cody Rhodes with help from his cousin Dwayne on night 1, Bloodline rules on night 2, and Seth Rollins will cost Cody the title, and he will help the tribal chief, his Shield brother. And Cody gonna be crying up a storm. He's gonna come back on Raw. He's like, "I'm sorry, fans." And the fans like, "Fuck you, Cody! You can't finish your story! Fuck you!" And they're gonna boo him out the building. And then he's gonna turn on Seth Rollins. Well, pretty much he will be still face, because Rollins will be full-fledged heel again, and then go after... He'll go after Seth Rollins, probably beat him by SummerSlam to finally finish his goddamn fucking story. Not the story you want, though, but he'll finish his story, become the World Heavyweight Champion by SummerSlam. And as far as Roman goes, he will be taking on The Rock at WrestleMania 41. For the belt. Not that he needs to, because The Rock ain't gonna beat him. You really think that Dwayne is gonna beat Roman and win the title? No. Not happening. Roman's gonna go four full years as champ, and then go to 4.5 as champ, and then beat The Rock at Mania, and then maybe finally lose probably sometime next summer. I have a feeling. I don't think he's gonna get, if he does beat The Rock, I don't think he'll get to Bob Backlund territory. He'll surpass freaking Hogan. Hogan's record is 1474. Roman is pretty much 172 days away from tying that. So that's pretty much 6 months. We're pretty much under 6 months away from Roman hopefully tying Hulk Hogan's record and becoming number 3 on the longest reigns as world champion. You know, there's only 2 more left. Bob Backlund at around 2,000 days. I forget the actual number, but... And then we all know Bruno at 2,800. That's like 8 years, so... Pretty much we'll be halfway there to Bruno territory for Roman, but... Will we get there? Everybody thinks that WrestleMania's endgame for Roman. Remember when we said that about Kevin Steen and his year-long reign? As Ring of Honor champion, that's why they call it Final Battle 2012 Doomsday. And what happened? That long-as-fuck feud between him and Generico finally ended at Final Battle in Light of War 4. And I was there, and I have the DVD. If you don't believe me, I'll go get it. I have the DVD. And I was there with the missus. You see us in the first fucking match. Pretty much the entire show, too. At various points. Maybe I'll throw it up. I'll throw it up one day. You know. I'll actually show you the part where me and the missus almost had Roger Strong in our lap. He still owes me a Coke, Roddy. Roddy! You owe me a Coke, Roddy! I shouldn't have yelled, but whatever. But he still owes me a Coke. And you can tell him I said that. Go on his Twitter machine, go DM him and tell him that Peter Joseph says that you owe him a Coke from Final Battle 2012. He probably won't remember it, but... I'll show him. Next time I meet him, whenever I do, but... It's like, hey, Roddy, you know, you owe me a Coke, dude. You just spilled my fucking drink all over the floor! Bastard, you know it's my fault, but... My fault putting the fucking drink up next to it. I didn't even know. I didn't know, you know. He was that... I was gonna have Roderick Strong almost in my lap. You know, because you have to have a drink. You know, it's drink, you know. Not that type of drink. I had, you know, a Coke. Put it down, because I wanted to drink during the show. And, you know, have it next to me so I don't have to hold it for the entire show. You know? That's the risk you run when you sit ringside. At an indie show or any show you go to, basically. Well, except for concerts, you don't have to worry about that much. That much, you don't have to really worry about it. You have to hold it, though, because you can't put it down. Unless you had, like, a dinky club. Maybe during the set you could do that, but... Not during the performance and everything, because, you know, the bass player can kick your soda, you're like, oops, I forgot it was there! Fuck! You know, it is what it is. But, in any case, yeah. Roddy, you still owe me a Coke, bitch. And that's that. Alright, so Dom Dom cost his dad the match, which the match was kind of, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, so, yeah, we're gonna see what happens at, with this situation now. Because really, Dom Dom got nothing to do at, WrestleMania. So, let me see what happens with the LWO and Legado. I think it's gonna be a big faction war at Mania. You know, somebody even mentioned Ray versus Santos in a mask versus hair match. I'll go for that, but I really don't want to see Santos without hair. I mean, come on. Santos Escobar bald would just look weird. And, I mean, we've already seen what Ray looks like without the mask. So, put it back on, goddammit! If you know what Kevin Nash, you know. Put it back on! Put it back on! And we get that. Alright, moving on. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that match. Then we look back at Bayley. Give me a hug. Being beat down by the gorgeous ladies of the Black Lotus tribe. My hot Asian wives, Asuka, Kairi, and Io. And Dakota Kai. And then Naomi tried to make the save last week, but that didn't work. She got beat down, and she's going to be taking on Dakota Kai in just a second. But we get to Bayley in brighter colors this time. No, not darker colors. So she's transitioning into that tweener face side of her. And then we see her, and Naomi comes in. So Bayley thanks her for the help last week, while Naomi wants to take out Io, because of what happened last week as well. And then Bianca Belair, she's Bianca Belair, she plays with her hair, that's actually her hair, she's Bianca Belair. So she comes in and basically says, Bayley, you are full of shit. I ain't buying what you're saying after pretty much a year of you and Damage Control ruining my life and everybody else's life. So her and Bayley start arguing, and then Naomi's like, fuck this. I'm out of here. So, the eventual turn of Bianca, finally. We'll finally see her as a heel. Probably after WrestleMania. Or maybe before. Maybe she might be taking on Jade Cargill, who's actually now signed to Smackdown. Good job, Nick Aldis, you bastard, but you're still a good man. So, we're going to see the debut, the actual debut of Jade Cargill on Smackdown this Friday night. I'm going to see what she has to say. Or if she says anything, or she might get involved maybe with Bianca. That would be great. A lot of people don't want to see the match. I don't know why. That match screams WrestleMania. And Bianca's streak is probably going to end, because I think Jade is going to beat her ass at WrestleMania. So that undefeated streak she has, goodbye! No more undefeated streaks at WrestleMania for a lot of people. Named Taker. By the way, happy birthday to the GOAT of all GOATs! You know him, you love him, and he is the Phenom, the Undertaker. 59 years old today. No, not 59. I don't know how old it is. I think he's around near 60. I know that, but happy birthday to the Phenom, the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era. Not of all time, because we all know that's debatable. Being a lot of people. I still think it's Hogan. Hogan, I think, is the greatest of all time, in my eyes. But the greatest of the modern era is Taker. Now, you would say, you would say, oh, Peter, what about Roman? You're such a mark for Roman. Yeah, I know I am. But he is not even on the level of Undertaker. I mean, now he would surpass The Undertaker with his reign, yes. So you have a point, but from basically 1990 to like 2020, if Roman was in the Attitude Era, let's just say, you could really, he could probably be on that level, but a lot of people say, oh, it took 5 to 7 years for Roman to finally get over. Technically, yes. But the last 4 years have probably been the best of Roman Reigns ever. Not including some of the Big Dog era. But as the Tribal Chief, he is on another fucking planet right now. The guy is amazing. And I know people don't like his long fucking reign. 1,302 days. So this Friday will be 1,307. Next Friday, the Friday before Mania, will be 1,314 days. And by the time we hit WrestleMania Sunday, he'll be at 1,316 days as champ. And possibly counting. We'll see. We shall see, because I think, it's going to be chaotic Sunday. It's going to be chaos, because they're talking about all the legends coming back, like possibly Kane's coming back, they're saying, maybe The Undertaker going to show up, they're talking about Mick Foley, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm like, don't even dare have those old farts besides Taker come out and ruin the main event. Because you know it's Avengers Assemble Sunday. That's what it is. That's what night 2 is, basically. Avengers Assemble night. Because Cody's gonna have all the shit coming out. All the people coming out to save him. Like maybe Seth Rollins. Maybe Jey Uso. Kevin Owens, maybe Randy Orton. I don't know. He's gonna have like everybody in the locker room is gonna come out and try to finally end this reign of terror. And it's not gonna happen. I don't care if Dwayne himself turns on Roman. Roman is going to retain. Whether you like it or not. I know The Rock is the boss, so TKO. And partly WWE in that way, but I don't think he's going to be that stupid, well, maybe, to cost his cousin, the longest reign in WWE history of the modern era, yes. Of the modern era. Not of all time, because we know Bruno is 2,800. This reign has to stay. I know people don't want to do it. We're going to get riots in Philly. Good. Good. Have a riot in that dump of a stadium, like Lincoln Financial Field is, in a dump of a city that Philadelphia is. All those people, they don't shower and everything, because that's why they call it Philadelphia, because it's filthy. Not as much as New York City, but still. Philly will always be New York's bitch. In everything. Sports, life. Philly is a dump. I have a cousin that lives there, but I mean, she wants to leave too, so I don't blame her. I don't blame it. I don't blame her at all. At all. Get out of Philly, move to a better fucking state and a city. Down south, down out west, up north, I don't care. I don't care if she moved to Boston. I don't have nothing bad to say about Boston. But, the Bruins pretty much suck. Celtics, I like the Celtics. I'm okay with the Celtics, but not a big fan that much anymore, but it is what it is. Paul Pierce and, my boy, Kevin Garnett are not there anymore. Not the last good year. I mean, not last year, 2 years ago, they should have beat the Warriors for the NBA title, and they pretty much like they did like a year or so ago when they lost. Who did they lose to? The Heat. I didn't think the Heat were gonna win that series. To be honest with you. Boston I think won that series, and then I think they lost to Denver in the finals last year, a year or so ago. So I forget. So my NBA history is not as good as my wrestling history, but so it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. All right, let's get back to wrestling, and so Bianca's and Bayley argue, and Naomi's like, "I'm out of here." And that's that. And then after the break, Bianca goes up to Naomi, tries to convince her that she's right about Bayley, but Naomi's gonna be out there fighting damage control. The Black Lotus tribe, because we can't call them damage control anymore. So Naomi wants Bianca to help her because Bianca couldn't do it on her own. Oh, okay. So now Bianca's like, fuck that. Alright, so I gave both of those segments 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to a WrestleMania Tag Team qualifying match, because we have a bracket. I thought this match was to get into the match at WrestleMania, but, that's going to be next week on Smackdown. So we got I Did It, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory with a new theme. Not as great as A-Town Down. So anyway, they take on the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, who have Mia Yim back after, the split from AJ, and then, Mia's, looking for herself, and I don't know what was going to happen with her, but she's back with the OC. Why? So anyway, so the Good Brothers are in a, they have this Tuesday, they got the match against the LWO and Ben Frazier and A-Kid to see who goes to stand and deliver for the NXT tag team belts against the Wolf Dogs, Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. They win this match, and then the match next week, they have 2 title matches. One of them is a ladder match, so they could go to WrestleMania and win all the gold, all the tag gold. That would be nice for them, but we had that. Right, so like I said, Mia Yim at ringside. Match kind of stunk a little bit. They're beating them up. They go for the Magic Killer on Grayson Waller after Carl Anderson hit a middle rope neck breaker. They go for Magic Killer, gets broken up, and then Grayson Waller grabs a fruit roll-up with the feet on the ropes, and the stupid referee didn't see it. And pins Luke Gallows 1, 2, 3 in under 7 minutes. So Grayson Waller and Austin Theory will meet the winner of the Authors of Pain and the Street Profits coming up a little bit later. So we got that. So we move on with that. So the match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Then we get a video on Braun Breaker. Bunch of his stats, even more of a freak. But we get that little vignette for Braun Breaker. We also get one for Jade Cargill later on, and we find out that she's going to be debuting on Smackdown, and we're going to see her in her Smackdown debut on Friday. So we got that. Alright, then we get to the video of Roman on the Pat McAfee show in Iowa, on the campus of University of Iowa. Talk about how he is the only one who didn't have to go to Hollywood because it came to him. Pretty much. Pretty much that's it. And didn't really show a lot of that interview. If you want to go watch it, I don't know if it's on the probably I think it's on the Pat McAfee show on YouTube, because he has a YouTube channel. So go watch it on YouTube and tell Pat I sent you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, got that. Alright, then we go to Naomi and Io. My girl Io. So anyway, Naomi comes out, waiting for Io to come out. And then the rest of the Black Lotus tribe come out. Kyrie, Asuka, and Dakota. Freaking Asuka's dancing and slapping her hot fucking sexy ass. Ugh, make my dick hard. And Kyrie like, give me, I'm Kyrie. You know, looking great as always. So they're like going like, you know, the NWO point thing. And then we see Io beating the shit out of Bayley in the back, knocking her the fuck out. And then referees and agents have to come break it up. And then Io goes right to the ring and gets to this match, which, oh well, he didn't go Naomi's way as Asuka, Kyrie, and Dakota come out for distractions. And then Io pulls Naomi down from the top rope, hits the over-the-moonsault, because she is the genius of disguise, and in just under 9 minutes, Io gets the win. Match was okay, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that, so Naomi's pretty much losing streak continues, because she's basically a jobber now, so she's really getting the treatment right now. But a lot of people saying that, oh, Naomi and Jade are gonna go for the tag team belts. No. I don't think we're gonna see that. I don't think we're gonna see it. I don't even know what... I think we're gonna get a 6-woman tag team match at Mania. There's gonna be Jade, Bianca, and Naomi taking on Asuka, Kyrie, and Dakota Kai. Asuka, Kyrie, and Dakota Kai. 6-woman tag team match. If we don't see it before then. But a lot of people think Bianca versus Jade. I don't think it's going to happen, because why would you do that and have basically no build? You're going to have a 1-week build, because you're going to probably start it on Friday night, and then the next Smackdown, next week's April 5th Smackdown, you're going to have like, oh, we're going to fight a Mania. There's no build. It's like 1 week build? Come on, what is this, AEW? Pretty much. You know how Tony Khan likes to book matches a week in advance. And have no build to it. Like, Like it's like Golden Boy. What is this?
Excuse me, is this basic? Now why would you see something so primitive as basic?
She touched me. Why would you have Bianca versus Jade with a 1 week build? No. I think if you want to do Bianca and Jade, do it in Saudi Arabia or at SummerSlam. Or Night of Champions. Well, yeah, Night of Champions is in Saudi Arabia, so. Or maybe Money in the Bank because it's in Toronto, but I don't know. But Bianca and Jade could happen at Mania, but I wouldn't do it right now. I would save it for SummerSlam. Do it at a big event, but have build to it. But we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, speaking of Bianca, big beatdown on Naomi So they beat down Naomi. Bianca comes out, tries to save, and that doesn't really happen. Naomi gets the blue Kool-Aid mist of Asuka right in the face. And then basically the Black Lotus tribe takes both of them out and they stand tall. That's it. No Jade Cargill at all. So. And Bayley. Bayley's gone. Bayley got hurt. He's done. And really, Bayley's looking like shit right now in this feud. She's gonna win the feud, obviously, at Mania, but still. It is what it is. And we move on. Alright, so we move on. Alright, so we got Jade Cargill's official debut on Smackdown this Friday night. We got that. And then after the break, Naomi's getting her eyes washed out because of the blue mist. So Bianca's like helping her out. And the doc's like, she got the water coming down her eyes. The doc's like, open your eye! And then we see Daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! She's there looking great. And she comes in and says, ooh, that's a good look for you, Naomi. You wouldn't see, blue mist on Tiffy. Might get a different color.
That wasn't nice.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Sunshine. I didn't mean it like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Calm down. Alright, so we get that. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to Kevin Owens yelling at Nick Aldis in his office. And then the Yes Boys, Kit Wilson. And Elton Strong, of course. They interrupt. Owens doesn't like that. And wants a tag team match next week. So the Yes Boys like, okay. 2-on-1 beatdown, okay. Who's your partner gonna be? And then Randy Orton and his this voice! He pops out of nowhere and pretty much almost gives Elton Prince a heart attack. You bastard. So Nick Aldis, who has his arm in a sling because of his tricep injury and surgery, he makes the match, from his phone. And so Randy's like, okay, I'm out of here. So Owens goes to leave, and then the Yes Boys are like, we got, we'll figure it out. And then next thing you know, double knockout like Kevin Owens did to Grayson Waller and Austin Theory about a few months ago. And then he's like, hey Randy, look, I did it, Randy! I'm like, Kev, calm down, dude. Take a Snickers, eat your Snickers, because you're act wacky sometimes when you're into Snickers. So we got RKO show, Randy and Kevin Owens taking on the Yes Boys this Friday night. I think we all know who wins. But then again, you got the whole Randy and Kevin thing, and Randy wants to give, Kevin a RKO. And Kevin's like, what are you doing? We're supposed to be friends. And the whole Logan Paul thing, which is probably going to be a triple threat match at Mania. I think it is a triple threat match. Well, it has been. I don't know if it's been announced, but I think it has been. I don't know. We'll see. Let me get that. Alright, then we go to the segment of the night, my friends. The hell, freaking... What was that? I don't know if it's a bug, but... Alright, anyway. Alright, so we see a video from AJ Styles' house. He's there, and then I think his security system went off. And he goes like he goes outside, and we hear his car, somebody's car, He's like, what the hell is that? So he goes outside, and we see Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. He's there. He's like, oh, you didn't think I'd show up on site? So basically, they brawl, and then we go to the cops coming to his AJ's house, and Eli's beating the crap out of AJ on the ground, and then the cops come, they arrest Eli, and then we get footage from the police car as it's being taken away. I'm like, is this cops? What is this? This was great. Great production, great, how they presented it was great. And then, AJ tried to go after him, he almost got arrested. He was defending himself, still. So, AJ declined to press charges, and then Eli was released on his own recognizance. So, more to that for their match at Mania, which is probably going to be good, old school TNA. So, got that. So, I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. It was great. Great stuff. Not as great as Austin and Brian Pillman, way back in the Attitude Era. But man, can Wendy ever get some protection? They're coming after Wendy, man. Eli trying to get with Wendy. Samoa Joe, we all know the history of that with Wendy. Oh, Wendy! Hello, Wendy! Wendy, I think you might want to, move. Not be there. AJ, you might want to move out of Gainesville, Georgia. Go somewhere else. Or get a better security system. Because that thing probably didn't work. Or maybe, you're like Brian Pillman to get a Pillman 316 gun. Not that we need that. See that again. Holy shit. I legit thought that Pillman was going to really kill Steve Austin when he broke into his house. It was like he had the gun cocked, and we see, poor Melissa Pillman, God rest her mighty soul, and Brian Pillman's mighty soul, too. I mean, he had the gun clocked, and Kevin Kelly's just standing there like, I don't know what's gonna happen, I think we're gonna see a murder on live TV. And then the following week, freaking Mr. McMahon, Vince, the fucking asshole that he is, McMahon, has to come out and say, oh, that was too edgy for TV. Because people complained. Fuck that shit. Like, we see it all the time on Cops. I mean, come on now. It's too graphic. Please. Let me move on. Alright, then we got the Street Profits versus the AOP. The Street Profits get the win after a small package on Razor. So the Street Profits will take on Grayson Waller and Austin Theory this week to see who goes to WrestleMania. And, that's that. And, Killer Cross was pissed after. He's like, I sacrificed everything for this team! And then, freaking, Scarlett Bordeaux, the hot, what that she is, had to calm down her husband, basically, and said, like, think about it. This is what would you do with Bobby? Because she was kind of like saying, go after B-Fab. So, probably going to be something this week with the Final Testament and the Pride, but maybe with B-Fab and Scarlett Bordeaux doing something this week, but we'll see what happens with all that. And we move on. So, 8.5 minute match, Max was alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we get a rundown of next week's show, and that's it. Alright, then we go to Roman and Cody, the face-off. And basically, wasn't much of anything, really. Wasn't much of anything. Roman, saying that he's great, because he is. And then Cody comes out. Paul Heyman's in the ring, because nobody else is in the ring. Roman's like, do you really trust Seth Rollins? And then, but saying, Seth promised to be, Cody's shield, but where has he been lately? but, Seth is like my baby brother, he's my shield brother, blah, blah, blah. They might have done good guy things, but they have a bond. And Cody's like, well, you remember what happened to Seth when you were in the shield? Blah, blah, blah. And then Cody gets right to the point and says, I can trust Seth Rollins, but can you trust the final boss, meaning Dwayne? Who's in charge here? You? Or is it Dwayne? So, Roman's like, well, you asked to rock that, and what happened? So that's all you got? It's like Cody, you're gonna be the greatest number 2 of all time, or I'm gonna be number 1 forever. By the way, good short, by the way, on my Peter Joseph channel. Roman, and then Cody talks about how Roman was raised in the business just like him, and Roman probably grew up wanting to be the next big star. And he's like, even if I'm number 2, if I'm the best number 2, I am the one to beat you. So good luck at Mania. So he goes to shake Roman's hand. Roman's like, fuck that. I'm not going to shake your fucking hand. So him and the wise man leave. And then they go up the ramp and they turn around. Roman snaps his fingers. After a fucking fan. That fucking bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Saying that shit to Roman. You're lucky you didn't get slapped. That was that. I'm like, I look like, pfft. Really? Look who you're with, bitch. Dumb fuck. So anyway, he snaps his fingers. Solo and Jimmy Uso come down, and then they stand with him, and then they kind of surround him a little bit, and then Cody's like, what am I gonna do? And then we see Jey Uso and Seth freaking Rollins come out, and then they side with Cody, and pretty much the bloodline kind of back up a little bit, so everybody's like, oh, Cody one-upped Roman. No, he didn't. He didn't say anything. This fucking bitch did not say anything. Just stood there like a fucking schmuck. Cody is getting buried in this fucking feud. It is sad. I mean, yeah, he said, he called Dwayne, little dick syndrome, and called him, he said Roman is Rock's side bitch and shit like that. I mean, but, we haven't really he hasn't used his hands, he hasn't got physical with Roman or The Rock. Maybe this week it happens. I think it happens next week in Brooklyn and in Philly, but right before Mania, but we'll see. But they really want to do this Avengers Assemble angle at Mania, where everybody, wants to come after Roman and finally end it, and, Roman's like Thanos, and Dwayne is like Iron Man. Takes the Infinity Gauntlet, and he says, bye, Thanos, you're done. Not gonna happen. Not happening. Not happening. Cody and Seth will lose on night 1. And then Cody and Seth are going to have an argument after Seth loses the belt to Drew McIntyre, or he gets cashed in on by Damian Priest. And Seth's going to lose everything, and then he's going to be like, he's going to see why he's been losing, because of Cody. Or Solo and Jimmy will cost Seth the match, and then Seth's like, where were you? Why didn't you help me? And he's like, well, fuck you. I'm not gonna be your shield anymore. I'm gonna fucking screw you at the belt. With the belt. That's it. And then we're gonna see Cody and Seth probably after that. I just can't see. The only thing I see of Drew losing is if he gets screwed by Punk, because Punk's going to be in Chicago tomorrow. And he'll probably be on commentary at Mania, so he can probably get all commentary and, cost Drew the match, but then Seth will still lose the belt, because I think Poppy Priest will become the champ. Maybe. I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger with that. we'll see. I mean, if he doesn't cash in at Mania, what's the point of him having the freaking case? So, like, when does he cash in? I mean, he's got to, I think, June. And we're almost in April. So we got basically 2 months for him to cash in because he has a 1-year thing. When are you going to cash it in? And Priest says in interviews he's going to cash in at Mania. And probably lose because I don't think he's going to win the belt. I don't think if he does cash in on Seth Rollins, and Seth's going to be weak, pretty much a dead target. I mean, yeah, he could be Seth because he's a dead target, but then again, I mean, we'll see. Because Drew could just come back and, cost Priest the match, and then you go Damian Priest and Drew for the next pay-per-view, and then Punk, you work with Punk going up to SummerSlam, which I think is going to happen, but we'll see, because Punk can't wrestle and he's not even cleared yet. So, you can start the Drew Punk storyline all the way to SummerSlam, but in between, you have, like, Damian Priest and Drew going at it. And then you keep Seth as champion until Night of Champions or SummerSlam. And Cody will win the belt, finish his goddamn story. And then I think at Money in the Bank, Sami Zayn's going to win Money in the Bank because it's in Canada. Kind of fits in. And then eventually, maybe Sami cashes in on Cody because he ain't going to do it on Roman. We all know what happened with that. Last year at the Chamber, you lost in Canada, the Montreal Screwjob 2. You think you want a third one? Not it's gonna be in Montreal, but you're gonna get screwed again by the Tribal Chief, and you're gonna lose again. You're gonna waste your Money in the Bank. So if I were you, Sami Zayn, if you do win Money in the Bank, I would cash in on the Intercontinental title or try to go after Cody or whoever wins the belt by then. Or you could just hold it for like Damian Priest. We all know when it's gonna happen. Well, that's how I see what's going to happen after Mania. Roman's going to retain, keep the belt for another year, the rest of the year, face The Rock at WrestleMania 41, beat The Rock, hold it a little bit longer into 2025, and then finally the reign's going to end. I don't know against who. Could be Braun Breaker, who knows? If it is, I'm going to say I told you so because I said that Braun could be one of the guys to beat him. It ain't gonna be Walter, I'll tell you that much. Not gonna be Walter. And plus, Roman has to go to Raw to do that, or Walter goes to SmackDown if they do a draft, or brand extension, whatever they're gonna call it. But, yeah. There is no way that Cody's gonna win, and then, be drafted to SmackDown, and stay on SmackDown, and face everybody on SmackDown. I think him and Cody are gonna have a feud and finish that supposed story. So we're gonna see Cody versus Seth 4. But I would have Seth beat Cody and just continue Cody's downward spiral until he goes completely berserk and just turns on the fans, turns heel finally, and then beats whoever is the champ by the end of the year or by next year. I just can't see Cody beating Seth Rollins 4 straight times. It's not going to happen. Seth has to win one of them. Seth has to win the next match. After he cost Cody at Mania. Maybe you do that at Payback. For the belt, Cody might win the belt at Payback, and then go on and face Drew McIntyre. I think he's going to face Punk. I think we see Cody Punk or Drew versus Punk for the belt at SummerSlam. But, I mean, there's so many things that can happen in pretty much the next 2 weeks. So we got all that. So, pretty much, SmackDown was Avengers Assemble night, like I said. So, Cody's got his little team. Roman's got basically Jimmy and Solo. Maybe we get a 6-man tag out of this. Maybe this week on SmackDown. I doubt it, because now The Rock's going to be in it, so I don't even think we're going to see Dwayne this week. I know we're going to see him in Brooklyn on April the 1st. And then we're going to definitely see Roman and Rock and Cody and Seth on Smackdown April the 5th, because that's the night before, night one of SummerSlam, WrestleMania. And we got all that. So we move on. Alright, so Smackdown, pretty good. Gave it 7.5 out of 10 stars, and that's all I got to say about that. Alright, I really got to run out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.